Hey guys, I'm Walt, I'm talking about comics, and today I will be talking about the new stuff that I just got from my comic shop here in Berlin, Germany, and it's half DC Rebirth and half indie stuff, one Marvel book even. But let me start with the indie stuff first. I have Reich #1. This is, I think it got released through Alternative Press. They say here it's by Sparkplug Comics, but I don't remember ordering it as a Sparkplug comic. However, it's a cool book. I really enjoyed it, and it's an indie book by creator who shares the same name as a very famous Captain America author, namely Brubaker, but this is one Elijah J. Brubaker. And the comic is about Wilhelm Reich, who was a quite famous psychologist in the Vienna of the 20s, I think, 20s, 30s. He later moved to the US. And I have to say, I don't know too much about him. I only know that he was very much obsessed with sexuality. And he's one of those fringe characters from history. The Tesla of the psychology world. And this is a biography. And it's evident that the author is inspired by other cartoonists who did endeavor this kind of biographical works, like my favorite one, Chester Brown, who did this with Louis Riel, and there are others. And it's a $3 book, and I really miss. I recently talked about it. I really miss those kind of books, indie books that are serialized and that come out every month. And I think it's a missed opportunity. I know it's not making a lot of money, but just to get the people, remembering who you are and that you're doing comics, it really doesn't help to release just one graphic novel every 3 or 4 or 7 years. So I really enjoyed it. Reich #1. I think it's a 12-issue series. So if you're into indie cartoony stuff and graphic novels, and Chester Brown, this is something for you. Next up, Darkness Visible. This is a new book by Mike Carey, released through IDW. And, it's what Mike Carey does best, which is, in a way, dark fantasy. He did this with Lucifer over at Vertigo Comics. And I have to say, I haven't read Mike Carey in a while. I don't know if he did a lot of stuff in the past years, but it seems to be that he's not one of the core writers anymore. He used to wrote X-Men, and he used to be like pretty big. And this one, as you can see, it's again a dark fantasy book. The coloring is a bit muddy. It's very dark, and or it's the printing. I don't know. I wasn't very excited to read it because I'm not a big fan of the whole dark fantasy monsters, people who look like ancient monsters kind of thing. It's well written, of course, because he's a capable author. I would say, the artwork is okay. But yeah, I don't have a sales pitch for this. Probably if you're into fables and similar things, this could be something for you. I don't know. This was pretty nice. One shot by Gabriel Hartmann. Gabriel Hartmann is doing Invisible Republic with Image. It's written together with his wife, who's called, her name is Becco. I forgot the first name, always do. However, this is a really cool one-shot, a $4 book, and again, it's a cool format. I wonder why not more people, more artists are using it just, you know, to get it out of the system, just do something different. And he's not very known for horror books. He did Planet of the Apes. He does this sci-fi book, Invisible Republic. And this is a straight up horror book. It reads like, you know, one of those nightmares that you have from time to time where you mix real things with super weird shit that you read about, or which just creeps up from your subconscious. And yeah, it's really nice. I enjoyed it very much. It's very visual, and Hartman is a great artist. Give it a go. It's really good. Next up, The Old Guard. This is a new book by Greg Rucka and Leandro Fernandez. Greg Rucka needs no introduction. Everybody knows him. Currently he's working on Wonder Woman, and he's also doing Lazarus at Image. Leandro Fernandez did, I think, the Discipline or the Disciple. I forgot the precise name, with Peter Milligan at Image. And I also think they did another thing before at Vertigo, but I forgot the name. However, I really enjoyed the art on this one. It's really nice. It has, I don't know why, but it felt somehow European to me. Also the coloring, so everything is very vibrant. You can really jump into this world, and it was an immersive experience. Regarding the story, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a big fantasy fan. I just mentioned that, and this is another genre mix, which is now the thing to do, obviously, at Image especially. So this is some kind of a soldier military book slash horror fantasy or dark fantasy. It's about warriors who cannot die and are now working as covered ops. And yeah, what can I say? Other than sample it, check it out. It's $4. It was a lot of pages, definitely more than 30. The art is beautiful, and I will return to this when the first trade is out. It's somehow intriguing, but I think I got really thrown off by the main character, who's like this new cliche, super tough woman who's so detached and so cool and macho, and I can't stand this trope anymore. But then it really became better and better, and yeah, I think this could grow into something interesting. I mean, it's Greg Rucka after all. All right. Next up, The Amazing Spider-Man number 24. So I mentioned this in a video before that. I wanted to have another shot at the Marvel book. So I jumped on to Amazing Spider-Man because I generally like Dan Slott's Spider-Man, what I've read of it at least. And of course, like always, I just got into a messy crossover bullshit. And I didn't buy the main book because it's a $5 book. I don't do that. So it was a bit hard to figure out what's happening. And, you know, in the end, the whole clone conspiracy thing reads like a launch pad for a new Spider-Man series featuring Ben Reilly, who's, well, it's super complicated. Let's say he's a clone of Peter Parker. And yeah, I don't know. What can I say? Is it Ben Reilly? Let me check, because this is... I don't know, man. No, it's not Ben Reilly. It's another clone. Whatever. This was really not very inspiring. The whole story was so much about explaining stuff that, because, you know, people come back from the dead, and then they have like issues upon issues talking about it and trying to explain why it's not cloning, but it's cloning after all, but it's not, and then whatever, like people are back and they play an important role in Peter Parker's life again. Um, you see, I'm not very invested, and also not very precise about it because I just didn't care too much. Detective Comics number 951. So I talked so much about Detective Comics, I will just say it again. It's a good book. It's a nice soap opera kind of superhero epos, and yeah, it's well drawn. It's not the regular artist, but it's still pretty good. And yeah, the thing is, it's one gigantic build up, but it's not, it doesn't feel like you have to wait for it to happen because stuff happens all the time. Characters are developing all the time, but there's still some, a long form thing going on in the background, and now it's coming into fruition, and it's really nice. I enjoy it. Justice League of America, number 1, by Steve Orlando and Ivan Reis. So, Ivan Reis is one of the heavy hitters, hot artists at DC Comics. Well, it's not bad, but I think it's only really good if you care about the characters. And I'm not super familiar with most of them, so for me this read like an average, somehow bland superhero book. Yeah, check it out if you need to, but if you're going for quality alone, this is just an average book. This was slightly below average. The other Justice League book, the main Justice League, with the top cats of the DC universe. This is written by Brian Hitch, who's a pretty well-known artist. But why DC is giving one of their main books, this is with Batman, maybe slightly below Batman. But this is one of DC's most important top books out there, and Brian Hitch is definitely not one of the best writers in the field, so I really don't get it. This must be some kind of, backroom deal going on. I really don't get it because it's really not well written. You can see that he's like a fan fiction writer. So he writes. There is a plot which is okay, but all the details and all the transitions from one scene to the next one, and the rhythm and the dialogue, nothing really works. It's really surprising that now it's number 15. I imagine the other ones were written in a similar average way, and that this is still working for DC. Well, I'm not the publisher. Okay, another slightly negative critique, but it's just me, I think. I don't really, I gave it another shot. Batman, I Am Bane Part 2, written by Tom King. So I am normally a Tom King fan, and I had to stop reading Batman because I just didn't, all the seriousness about it, and the style in which it was written was very self-aware, I would say. It didn't work for the story or for the reader to empathize more with the characters, and it's all very cool and definitely well drawn by Mr. David Finch, but something is missing here. And nice splash page here. It's really hard to pinpoint what it is, what's not working for me, but this is, let's just say it's not for me, and that's it. Okay, this is one really nice book that I discovered. This is my very first Harley Quinn comic that I ever read, I think. And you know, I mean, just judging from the character and from the cover, I always thought this is nothing for this won't do it for me. Every month there are like 400 to 500 books on the stands. You can't sample everything. Sometimes you have to go with your guts or with your preformed prejudice, whatever, you know what I mean. And yeah, so I had this impression that this won't work for me, and now I read it and I found it to be super entertaining and well written. And it had a vibe about it. I don't know why it reminded me somehow of the Fantastic Four. There is no reason for that, really. But I think Fantastic Four had a lot of those stories where all of a sudden an alien something lands on Earth and everything is in danger. And the Fantastic Four have to find a super clever solution how to get rid of those bad aliens. And this is such a story. But yeah, it's told really well with a lot of words, which I really enjoy, because if you pay your money, you want to have something of a read and not just a glance at it. But the art was also nice, partly done by Carrie Evans, who was on Harbinger a few years ago at Valiant, who I enjoyed very much. So yeah, it was really funny and really cool, and an interesting cast I know nothing of, but I felt instantly drawn to, and I will definitely be back. This was really good. All right, well, that was it. Wow, it's done. It was a short one this week. I want to tell you that I'm right now selling stuff on eBay, so if you like some stuff that I don't like, the chances are even better than you'll find it there. But really, there is a lot of Vertigo and Image and DC stuff, and also Marvel, everything which I really have to clear out because of space issues, stuff that I have like in single issues and bought the trades of, some trades that I bought like in different editions. Check it out. I will put the link in the description, and I will put the link also onto the video in the beginning too. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice evening and see you soon. Bye bye.